let's talk about running shoes. So this year I've probably done more running than I can remember. I trained for the marathon in April, and since then I've kept my mileage at around 20 miles a week.
Well done again, congratulations.
Thank you.
I typically, before that, I was a CrossFitter. CrossFitters don't run more than 400 metres, so I've done loads of running for me this year. So that meant I was on a quest to find the most comfortable running shoes for various distances, and I've come to some realizations. First off, I had the old Saucony Endorphin Speed 2s. They were getting a little bit old, so they had about 300 miles in them. Typically a running shoe will last you 300 to 500 miles, unless they're a specific type that we're about to talk about. They needed replacing. So I thought, let's change it up a little bit. Let's not go for the same exact running shoe, even though those ones were pretty good for me. So I changed it up and I went for these. The Adidas Boston 11s. Now, these are like rock solid on the bottom, all right? I don't like that because I need sponge, I need some foam, I need some feedback in terms of, I just need a little bit of give in the foam. These are rock solid. When I was putting in like 10, 12, 30 miles a time, these would start to mess with my shins. So they're a really good sole, they're really quite durable in the sole. However, I'll show you the other shoe now. Worth mentioning, I haven't used these for anything other than running and sled pushes, okay? And if you see that, it's kind of broken, the actual fabric itself. Yeah, it's broke, so not great innings. I got them for about 120 quid. They were too hard, too firm initially, so I didn't wear them for the marathon anyway. I wore them for about 3 runs and then retired them pretty quickly. And since then, wearing them for like sled pushes and stuff, this has happened, okay? This is broken, so not a massive fan of these. These did get heavily recommended, so again, try them if you want, but they weren't for me. So from there, I thought, let's go for the old faithfuls. So the Saucony Endorphin Speed 2s were fantastic for me, so I thought, well, let's just get the Saucony Endorphin Speed 3s. So I did that. So I got the 3s, however, they didn't have them in my size, so I had to get them in half a size up. I actually got these a week before the marathon. Really ill-advised. If you're going to get shoes before a race, you should get them a couple of months before, try them out, make sure your feet like them, all that kind of stuff. I didn't have that luxury, so I bought them a week before, wore them for 1 run, and then wore them for the marathon. To be fair, for the marathon, they're absolutely fine. No blisters, no uncomfortable stuff, nothing that wasn't just fatigue related. So I'm a huge fan of Saucony Endorphin Speeds. Massive proponent of those. They're quite expensive, on the expensive side, but when people ask me for recommendations, I will always recommend those because they work for me. However, the Adidas ones might work for you. You have to try different shoes. The best thing to do is to go into a running shop, express some interest in buying some running shoes, and they'll get you on a treadmill and go through a gait analysis. What that does is check whether you're pronating, whether you're heel striking, forefoot striking, whatever, and they can recommend a shoe according to your own individual gait. Everyone runs differently, everyone's body's different, everyone's form's different, so what works for me might not necessarily work for you. Okay, next thing I want to talk about are race shoes. Okay, these Zoom X, Vaporfly, Next Percent 2, whatever they're called, Nike things, are fantastic for speed work and for anything up to kind of 10k. However, we don't want to train in these. I see far too many people doing their easy runs, doing every single run in these kind of shoes with this massive lip at the bottom, the carbon plate in them, alright, so you've got loads of spring. Okay, they're great because they make you look like you're running faster. They're only rated to like 100 miles, these. So by the time you've done 3 months of half decent training, they're gone, they're useless. So save them for a race day. These are race day shoes. If you've got a 10k race coming up or a road race in the half marathon or the 5k or whatever, wear these, absolutely. Don't wear them to training because they'll be fucked instantly. So wear a training shoe like I've just mentioned, like the Hoka Clifton 9s, are honourable mention. Even the Adidas Boston 11s, which are half decent, which I found half decent. The Saucony Endorphin Speed 3s, again, good training shoe. Fairly good race shoe, but good training shoe as well. These specific race shoes that are like £240, super expensive, Puma do them, Adidas now do them, Nike do a few of them, are not for training. I can't emphasise that enough. They're for racing. So I have some good experience with this shoe. On a track, this shoe is fantastic. It got me my first sub 5 minute mile at 4:48. It got me my 90-minute 5K this year. All those kind of numbers that I was chasing, this shoe helped me get. So it's not like I don't like the shoe, I just don't think you should be training in it all the time. This shoe and a running track, if you're going for a PR, is like a cheat code a little bit. It's like having the cheat codes on GTA. It's fantastic. It's like, you know, the cheat code for like the tank where you just roll through and like mess everyone up. That's like these for a 5K time trial or a mile time trial. They're really, really fast. Running in them every day is a no-go. So super quick whistle stop tour of running shoes there. Take home points, get your gait analysed, get recommended a pair of running shoes from a running shop, try different pairs that might fit your feet, might not fit your feet, might give you blisters, might not give you blisters, work out how much foam you want, how much kind of cushioning you need, and then get a training shoe. And if you're really a nose, then you can spend another 250 quid on a race day pair. However, most people will be good enough with just a training shoe to training and to racing. The Hoka Clifton 9s aren't massively fast, however, they're fine. You can still run 630s, you can still run 620s. It's just not quite as easy as running 620s in these shoes. So if you're a nose and you've got loads of money lying around and you want to buy a race day shoe, then buy one of these for 250 odd quid. However, if you're just a normal runner that wants to get through some races and doesn't really care too much about their time, then definitely just purchase a normal pair of shoes and go about your business, and make sure you are changing them out every sort of 300 to 500 miles, because that's what they're rated for. Past that point, you can start to wear away the foam, and therefore more impact is going through the shins than needs to be, and you can lead to injuries and all that kind of thing. So I would say get a pair, run them into the ground, get another pair. If you've got loads of money, again, you can alternate pairs to kind of prolong the life cycle of them, and have one pair for speed work, one pair for long runs, one pair for tempo runs, and then you've got 3 pairs that you kind of rotate through. That's fine to do, but again, just don't run every day in these shoes. That's a major take home. Hope you enjoyed that, hope it helps, and hopefully I've shot through some of the mystique of the marketing for running shoes, because it can be rather confusing. I spent hours trawling through sites to try and find some running shoes for the marathon. Hopefully this cuts through all of that, and just go to a running shop and get your gait analysed, and that's the best way you can do it. Hope that helps. As always, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.